Good afternoon, everyone. I gotta get some coffee here. I will be right back. We'll let everyone get in the chat here. I'll just hand me that phone. Okay.
Giblets are going in with the jerky.
Yeah, got it. I just had to look at it and see what it was. Hey. I had to get three. Had to get some coffee. All right. We got a concert to go to tonight. Maybe. We'll see. Maybe my daughter wants to go. I don't know. Maybe my wife wants to go. I don't know. We'll see. I would like to go see my friend sing with her original band again, which would be great. We had a little, we didn't have an episode yesterday, but we had a situation. My brother bought a bunch of jewelry at some garage sales or whatever, and some of them have 925 printed on them. Some of them have sterling printed on them. And then the gold stuff had, one said it was a band, a gold band, said solid gold on it. One was a white gold, narrower band. And I looked for markings on everything with a loop. And he wanted to know what they were worth, whatever. So I said, bring them over. We'll check it out with the Sigma, because I got 3 wands with the Sigma. I got the big wand, medium wand, and little wand. So we put the little wand on. And sure enough, all the silver is 925. And some of the rings had stones in. One had a turquoise stone, and we tried to get out, but couldn't get that one out because I think that one had a cement on it or a glue on it that kept it in. The other ones had some gemstones in. Might have been a ruby, it might have been an amethyst, might have been a aquamarine, whatever. We got those all out. I said, take them to a jeweler, have them look at them, and you might get some money for the gemstones if they're real. And then we tested the gold, and there was a lot of diamonds in the gold, but they could be a lot of it was diamond chips. But there was one diamond that was probably a half a carat, and the ring actually was gold. A lot of 90%. Even the one that said pure gold wasn't actually pure, because 24 karat would be pure, and it's not 24 karat. Too soft. It wears too easily. So even the one that said solid gold was 22 karat. Most of it was 18 karat. There was one that said 120, 1/20, 12 karat. So what did that tell you? It's 1/20th of 12 karat. So I figured it up like that, and it was still, $30, $40 for the ring. So yeah, that was the lowest carat we had. We had that 12 karat. We had a couple 18 carats and 122 karat. And I told him take the gemstones out, take them and have them appraised at a jeweler. And I said, if you want to check my findings on a ring, take them to a jeweler also. And if they put them in an XRF machine, they'll be able to tell you more for certain exactly what they are. But I trust the Sigma. And plus, we weighed everything. So I got the actual weight on everything, and went to Kitco's website, got the current bid price for everything, and we figured it up like that. I figured he had over $500 worth of gold sitting there. And he said, well, that's pretty good for a $12 auction buy. So yeah, a lot of times, you can buy whole trays of jewelry for like $5-6, and you'll have one piece in there that might be 22 karat or 18 karat gold and pay for your whole day. So he said, I don't think it's worth that much money. So, well, if you don't trust what I'm telling you, take it to a jeweler and have them look at stuff. If they have an XRF machine, then they can put it in there and they can tell you real quick. I didn't do a rub test because I don't have a rub kit, but I have a scale. I have a Sigma machine, and I also have some magnets. So I'm pretty sure when I test stuff what it is. Because the XRF machine will test for copper, it'll test for palladium, it'll test for platinum, it'll test for gold, silver, all kinds of gold and silver. So it's not a big deal. I got 2 packages today, 1 package yesterday. I don't know. 1 package is I think it came from Yankee Stacking. This little blue one right here came from Yankee. And I think this is a WWP package. So we're going to open that first to make sure. This one from Angry Warrior is that A10 that I got from him, that A10-4. This one comes from Idaho. I got no clue what's in this one. No clue whatsoever. This is the Angry Pour. I know what that is. This one, I think, is a WWP package yet. And I just emailed Pedro yesterday, vote for Pedro. I haven't received 3 of those packages, 3 of those items. And I think this is one of them. So I should have waited an extra day. But we're going to open this one first and see what this one is. So I'll move these 2 out of the way here. This one comes from Idaho. And the only people I know in Idaho are Mag, $1 Million Mag, and I know the Mutiny Metals is there. But I don't know what this is. So it's not the same address. So we'll see. I don't know what this could be, but there's an envelope in there. Oh, Money Metals. All right, very good. I know what this is then. This is my monthly those are my monthly purchases. Yep. That's what we got right there. And these are maples. Gold maples. And they always put that in there, bullion processing, blah, blah, blah. This thing is to tell you to store your stuff in the state-of-the-art facility, which you already do. So, don't need that. I don't need all of this. I just need the receipt right there. That's all I need. Just the invoice. This you will like. This is what I buy every month, so. And then it gets shipped every 3 months. Come on, open up there, you. Well, There it is. We found it. Found the end. Can you see them? Can you see them? Probably can't see them real good, which means then I have to take this like this and go like this. And you still can't see them worth a shit, can you? Hey, we turn them on the other side. All right, you see the queens on there, right? Or the king. These are the king. All right, so what's on this side? There you go, Maple Leafs. 3 of 1/10 ounce. I'm going to say these are 2025s. More likely, no, 2024s. These are this year's yet. 3 of them. I get 1 a month. So there you go. That's what we got from Money Metals Exchange. And yes, folks, I do use their depository for the bulk of my metals. All right, there we are. Rolling her back up. Goes back out in the safe. All right. So that's what we got. The one from Yankee is the one I'm most concerned about because I think that one was WWP. Yeah, let's look at this one. This one comes from Angry Warrior Tackle Box. I know what this one is, so let's open that one up. I got the rest of the orders from Angry. The other stuff I had from him. And I told him he didn't have to put a magnet in here this time because I got enough magnets from him. When he ordered that stuff, stickers and magnets, he must have got just a shit load of magnets because, man, he sends them out in every order. I bet I got 5 of them. I know I got 4 at least. Come on out of there, you little bastard. I don't want to cut anything. That's the problem. There we go. There we go. Hey, Great Scott. How you doing? All right. Well, come out of there, you little bugger. We got to get some stands up here because you guys are going to like this, I think. Well, let's see here. What is this? Okay. See, it's 1.75, I believe. You guys can take it out, check it out. Yeah, 1.75. There you go, A10 War Dog. Probably one of the more iconic aircraft in, oh, sure. One of the more iconic aircraft in the military right now. And I do get, here's the COA, if you're interested. And the serial number on this one's open because I don't think he has a number. And that one was finished this month. Oh. That one was finished this month. He said he had to report because he wasn't happy with his first pour. So we'll set him like that. I don't know. Maybe we should set it the other way. I don't know. Looks kind of cool. Either way you do it. All right. We'll set that out there like that. See, I knew what that one was going to be. And of course, we'll put that up there too. You know. I should take it back out and show you guys. Yeah, we'll just set it up there. And see, I will be able to reuse. I'll just add it up there like that. Yeah. Maybe we can turn that around so you don't have to actually look at his ugly face. See if you can see the maples on there. See, kind of hard to see the maples. Kind of hard to see the maples, but all right. I'll just put the packaging back here on the table. We'll get this out of here. I think that was it. That was in there. Yep, that's all that was in there. So we can reuse that. This is the one I really want to see because I think this is from WWP yet. So let's just cut a little corner off of that. Yeah, there we go. Huh. Wow, you talk about taping this up good. Man. Well, that was no good. Wow. I don't know how to get in that thing. All right. I'm just going to. Take some of the tape off, I guess. Oh. Well, I'm telling you right now, this is not fun opening this up. Wow. This is something. Oh, man. All right. You see that? Do you see that? That, my friends, is packaging. That's packaging. Wow. Usually now let's see what we got here. We got another sticker from WWP. Oop. Nothing on the back of that one. Presto. Let me get that one. That's the new one. I hadn't gotten one of those yet. Happy to have one of those. On the back of that one. But that one's cool. I haven't got one of these yet. Happy to have one of those. And I did get one of these. I don't have one of those either, so I'm glad I got one of them. No sign. But let's just put them bad boys up there like that. Okay. What did we get in here? Oh, okay. This is the 2 ASEs. That was a little tone right up there at the top, but turn around this way. See it right up there? Right on top of the shield, or right on the shield, starting to tone. Doesn't matter, going in a tube. Doesn't matter, going in a tube. All right. So let's pull that crap out of here. Let's see what we got. That. That's 3 packages right there. There's one package. There's one package, and there's the other package. 3 packages. There you go. All right. Great Scott, the only one showing up this morning, and then he had to go do something. I think everybody's getting ready for Thanksgiving tomorrow. I know that's what my wife is doing in the kitchen, getting stuff ready for tomorrow. So I need to go out to the shed this morning. Now that I've got my coffee refilled, my pain pills have kicked in. Go out to the shed, feed my cat, let her outside, clean the litter box, do whatever. You see, my cat, and when I first got my cat, she wandered into my shop when I had the door open in the middle of winter one time. She wandered in when I was in there doing something, and I fed her, and she just decided she was going to stay. So she stayed. All that winter, she was raised in that shop. I leave a little small fluorescent light on at night, and then during the day I come down there, open up the door, let her out if she wants to, feed her. She's got water down there, but she's more comfortable in that shop than she is up here in our mudroom out there, because I could feed her and water her out there. It's warm also. She got a litter box out there. She can sleep on anything she wants to sleep on. Yeah, there's an old dog bed out there, plus all my coats and stuff she can sleep on in my chair. And she just finds it more comfortable because she was raised in the shop and she likes to be in the shop. So I just leave her down there in the wintertime. I go down every day and let her outside. She wants to go outside. She come back in when she wants to. And why don't you just stay in there overnight? It's a smart cat. She knows what she's doing. And tomorrow is Thanksgiving. And like in the description for the video, I said, I am not going to do any videos tomorrow, which I don't usually do them every day anyway. Only do it when I got packages. But I'm not doing anything tomorrow, except I'm going to have 2 daughters here, middle one and the youngest one. So we're going to have dogs here. And my wife's cooking food, making stuff out there, kitchen right now. So I have most of the family here for Thanksgiving, and I would just encourage all of you guys to spend a day with your family. Don't do all this other bullshit. Uh, Spend time with family. Be grateful for what you got. Um, I know we're all trying to do better, all trying to get ahead. We'd all like to make more money. We'd all like to have more stuff. Just be grateful for what you got. Actually, I got a pretty good life. Um, and you would consider me probably middle class. Um, Lower to middle class, but I'm real happy with what I got. So I encourage all of you to spend some time tomorrow and reflect on things and what you're thankful for. So that's what we got, man. I don't know if we're gonna get anybody else in chat. I think everybody is busy today getting stuff ready for tomorrow. So um, we'll kind of cut it short today. I would encourage everybody to do this. Get yourself some radios. And everybody wonders what this green wire is on my radio. That's a 16-inch ground plane, extra ground. It's a ground plane. It will lengthen your transmission and reception range. This little Baofeng UE5R is a good little radio, cheap, but very limited range. So you need repeaters or a Raspberry Pi or something to get on the computer network to actually communicate with anybody. If you got two of these and you're out in the woods or whatever, you can communicate with these for a couple miles, but add this to it right here. Add that ground plane to it. And here's where it attaches. See the screw on the back? It just attaches to this screw right here. This attaches to that screw and extends the range of your radio. So that's why I got it on. All right. I encourage everybody, and in order to transmit on that radio, you need a ham radio license. You can listen all you want, but you need a ham radio license to transmit. But they have little FM radios, little handheld, like small walkie-talkies, and you can get a pack of 5, 3, whatever, and get a couple of them. And those are good for hunting and staying in contact. If you got somebody in the woods a mile away or something with somebody at home, those are good. That way you're not on the phone, which can be tracked and listened to. This can be listened to too, but nobody expects you to have this. So and I've said it for 40 years now. If there were ever, God forbid, a nuclear war, and you know that you're going to have a lot of EMP during and after, maybe before, during and after, all electronics are going to be fried unless you have your stuff in a Faraday cage. The first thing back on the air, first form of communication that's going to happen is going to be high frequency Morse code or high frequency voice, HF voice. So I have an old HF radio that can do voice and Morse code. All I have to do is throw up a long wire antenna and I can communicate. Plus I have my dad's shortwave receiver. Shortwave may be up later, so I can listen to shortwave broadcasts, and I have my handhelds. so I can listen to local fire and police. But I doubt even they will be on the air because all of their radios will be fried also. Emergency services, sheriff, police, local police, sheriff, emergency services, fire departments, all that stuff, all those radios are going to be offline. All the phones are going to be offline. So all your cars are operated by transistors nowadays. They're all going to be fried. They're not going to work. So you better have an alternate forms of communication, alternate forms of transportation. What some of you guys could do, and it's not very expensive, is get yourself some bicycles and maintain them. Um, then you have a form of transportation other than walking. But I don't have any skis. I do have snowshoes. And up here, we may need them in the wintertime. And you're going to also need an alternate source of heat. I have wood burning, coal burning stoves in my shed. Wood burning stove that's an add on to my furnace down below. Granted, there'll be no fan, but the heat will still heat the house. Plus, I have kerosene burners and kerosene stored. I don't know how many. I probably got about 300 gallons kerosene. So I get another 300 gallons kerosene, I'll be set there. I need some extra wicks. Other than that, I'm good. Food, canned food, rice, beans. You need that. Candles, be a good one to have. Coffee filters, which can be used for a multitude of different things. Straining your water. You can use them for wiping your hands. You can use them as toilet paper. Any of that stuff. Don't flush your toilets. Don't use your toilets because you don't have any water pumping to your house. So once that's used, it's gone. You won't be able to use it anymore. You can urinate, defecate into 5-gallon pails. You go to Hardware Hank or any of your hardware stores, get yourself 5-gallon pails, and you can use those to defecate, urinate in, outside, inside, take it outside, dump it like chamber pots we used to have back in the day. If you were smart and you could, you would have a porta potty sitting outside. The old shitter that we used to have sitting in the backyard with a pit underneath. Porta potties, you can buy used porta potties and drill holes in the tank down below and put a pit underneath. Or you can build yourself an outside shitter out of wood if you want. But just remember, you're not going to have any water. Even out here in the country with well water, you got to have a electricity to pump the water up because my well is 165 foot deep. You can't hand pump water much over 40 foot. So if you have a shallow well, yeah, okay, that's great. That'd be the first thing to get contaminated though. So you just got to think about all that stuff. You got to think about all that crap. I think about it all the time. And then it's not stuff like this that's going to get you by in that scenario. It may when things settle down a little bit, but the first things that are going to be worth anything in barter are going to be what? Assets that you have. All right, take it off of there. Let's get this over here. They're going to be, yeah, I know. I don't like the air. I can shut that for you. There. They're going to be assets that you have. What are people going to want food and water. Okay. You might want to think about trading that stuff because that's what you need immediately, and shelter. Food, water, shelter. That's what you got to have. Those three things. Those three things. Once people have that and they're fairly secure in that, then they're going to want to be bartering for other stuff that they want, not need. So what are the two main things that people are going to want that they're addicted to? Tobacco, alcohol. Got yourself a small still and you know how to distill alcohol? It'd be a great thing. Or put some bottles away, a case. And it doesn't have to be expensive, just cheap vodka. That's all people are going to want. Cheap vodka. And that, cheap vodka can also be used for antiseptic. So, and, a painkiller when you have to do, say, maybe a tooth extraction or a minor medical procedure. And then hitting on medical, you need a little medical kit. Worrying about your prescription drugs, aspirins, yes, iodines, yes, isopropyl alcohol, a suture kit wouldn't be a bad thing to have. An emergency dental kit, not a bad thing to have. Aspirin, especially aspirin. You need aspirin. Regular aspirin. Just in case of stroke and heart attack. Okay, so medical kits, got that covered. Food and water, got that covered. Where are you going to get your water from? You guys got to think about that. Where are you going to get your water from? You can survive about 30 days without food. You can survive without shelter if you have an outside fire and you sleep next to fire. You can do that. You have something to cover up with, you can do that. You can only survive about 3 days, 4 days without water. If you don't have any water, you're going to die. So where are you going to get your water from? Well, here, depending, I have a generator. I can backfill the electricity on the farm through a welder outlet from my generator. Shut off the power to the pole from the pole so they don't backfill into the system, into the electrical lines. But I can go to each building and turn off breakers to stuff that isn't needed and just leave electricity flowing to stuff that does need to be needed. We've done that before. We can do it again. That's assuming that your generator is not fried due to EMP. Okay. If your generator is fried due to EMP, then you're screwed. If you have a tank full of LP, that's great. You can burn LP, but you're not going to have electricity to run the fan to blow the heat to where it needs to be. So LP is wonderful. How about an LP generator? A generator that runs off of LP that you can backfill into your system. That's another thing you should maybe think about, a backup for your backup generator. I need to look more closely into an LP generator or a solar generator, one or the other. I think a solar generator would be the way to go. If you have solar panels and stuff hooked up to your house already, then you're probably going to be set. But you need a bank of batteries, you need the solar panels, you need the inverter, and you need the controller. So it's going to, there are programs out there, federal and state programs, you can take advantage of to lower the cost and give you tax benefits for installing solar. So now would be a good time to do it. I would not put up a wind generator because wind is too spotty. But if you wanted to, you could put up a small one. And generally, when the sun's not shining because there's cloud cover, it's a stormy situation weather-wise, and you'll have wind. So if you have that small wind generator also connected to your batteries through the through your controller, then that can be inverted to AC after that. So if the sun's not shining, it's windy out, then okay, great. Then the windmill is generating electricity, and when it's sunny out, it's not windy, then the sun's generating electricity. It's always a good thought. Backup for your backup. A lot of people, their only stored food is either going to be a few canned things in their pantry or cupboard, maybe a bag of beans or rice, and most of their food's in their freezer. So if the electricity goes out, you got maybe a week, 5 days to use up that food in the freezer and your refrigerator that needs refrigeration, or you're going to have to find some other way to preserve it. All right. Grow your own food. Get a garden. Most people have a small backyard or a small front yard. You can till it up and use it for growing your own fruits and vegetables. Okay, great. You got that. How you going to preserve it? Well, you can can it. There you go. Okay, canning. What do you need? You need jars. You need lids. You need rings. You need a canner. You need to know how to do it. Be a nice time to learn how to do it. Practice now. You can can meat. You can can vegetables. You can dehydrate. And without any electricity, your dehydrator, your commercial dehydrator is going to be shot. You won't be able to use it. But you can use the sun. You can use wood fire to dehydrate stuff. On a rack, above low heat. There you go. You can actually dehydrate in the sun. Plus, you should probably learn which wild plants are medicinal and how to use them to create medicines, and which ones are edible and which ones aren't. And what you can do to make things edible. Let's see, what else? Water. Water is a big thing. If you're in a city, don't use the water in your toilet because your tank is full of water. There's a source. If you know there's something going to happen or is happening, immediately fill up your bathtub with water because you'll at least have that. Fill up any jugs you have with fresh water. If you're going to store fresh water, then you need to purify it somehow so that it doesn't really go bad on you. Water can go bad. So you can get water purification tablets, or you can boil, or you can use iodine, or you can use chlorine bleach. A drop or two of chlorine bleach or iodine in a quart of water will purify. You need to shake it up, mix it. You need to wait a good hour. You need to, like say you're using jugs or canteens of quarts, you need to tip them upside down, loosen the cap so that the water flows a little bit onto the cap and the threads where you're going to place your mouth or whatever, where the water's coming out, and purify that also, that surface. A lot of purification wipes on the market now. Baby wipes are a good thing to have. Adult wipes, good thing to have. Hey, Stack Ann. Hi, Gremlin. Hi, Peter. How are you? Happy Thanksgiving to you, Gremlin. And Stack Ann. And a PETA. I was going to do a short video on the 3 packages I got because one of the packages did come from WWP, and I emailed Pedro yesterday about it, and I should have waited another day or two before I did. because there were 3 items that I hadn't received yet. Well, I got one today, so let's take a look at what that was and mark that off, and then I can go back to Pedro and I can tell him, hey, I got this one. I gotta go look here on a spreadsheet. 2 ASCs. Where the hell? Right there, 254. Okay. So that's nope. I got one left for Monday yet, and I think I got one left from Saturday. No, I wasn't there Saturday, so that'd be Sunday. So one left from Sunday. So 254. Where is 254? Right down here. So that one got done. All right, that one got done. Okay, that one's done. 387 yet, and 262. 387, 262 was a King Kong round or bar. I'm not sure which. It just says King Kong here. And the other one was what? 387, which was gifted to me by Sorcerer Stan. And I don't believe I got that yet. And I didn't write down what the hell it was. And my guess is it might have got sent to Sorcerer Stan because he's the one who paid for it. But other than that, that's it. Other than that, that's it. Everything's pretty much done. So I gotta email Pedro again today. Let's put some of this stuff away over here. Get my radio out of the way. Yeah. And I started this whole survival thing with my radio. So yeah, you guys, I know a lot of you guys are preppers. Some of you aren't, but there are a lot of things to think about with the world the way it is right now, and us closer to conflict with Russia, which we shouldn't be, but we are. And our undying support for Israel. The Middle East, I believe, is the one powder keg that would probably not concern us as much as the one in Ukraine and Russia. But you don't think the Chinese aren't looking at this going, let's just see how the Americans react, how the West reacts to this. And then we'll make our decision whether we want to move on Taiwan or not. I think our allies in the Pacific over there close to China will keep China at bay. I think Japan, South Korea will. North Korea is now preoccupied somewhat in Ukraine with the Russians. So if the South Koreans' attention was diverted toward China and Taiwan, then the North Koreans might not be able to react. But the North Koreans are looking like if South Korea takes their attention off of us and on someplace else, then that's when we'll try to reunify the Korean Peninsula again. So there are all kinds of scenarios to think about when it comes to diplomacy and conflict. And you have to think about all this stuff. You can't just go flying off the handle and say, well, we should do this, we should do that. You have to think about it a little more critically than that. You have to think about it like a chessboard. And you have to think 2 or 3 moves ahead. And you have to what if everything. You have to look at all possible scenarios. And I'll show you something. Now look and see what that reads. It says, think critically, question boldly, analyze thoroughly, and then act decisively. So when it comes to politics and world events and diplomacy and whether to go to war or whether to push for peace, you have to think about things 3 moves ahead. What if we did this? What if we did that? You know. So, okay, enough of that. I don't need to lecture everybody on that. I think most people know that. Most people with common sense anyway. Most people with a modicum of education. My chat's disconnected. Successfully reconnected. Chat's disconnected. Successfully reconnected. Why? Why does it do that? I've noticed it's been doing that for the last couple of weeks. In anybody's stream, doesn't matter. I go to the stream, I'm talking in chat, my chat gets disconnected, then reconnected real quick. I mean, almost immediately. Why does it do that? Is that YouTube that does that, or is that Google that does that? Who does that? All right, I need to see if there's anybody in chat. I know you came in, you said hi to everybody else. But I don't know. It seems like when the chat's disconnected or reconnected like that all the time, you have to go up and refresh constantly. And then it won't do it. And then it'll do it. Then you have to go refresh again. So maybe that's why it's doing it. I don't know. But all right. Well, we're going to go to an hour, and then that's going to be it. I got to go down to the shed, talk to my cat. I got to go outside, see if I can start that wood splitter. If not, I'm going to haul it over to Dave's. We'll get that done before. Well, I think that's what it is, Pete. I think that's YouTube acting out, but I don't know for sure. I don't know for sure. Anyway, they don't prioritize non-monetized channels like mine. You know, it's a free channel, so there's no ads or anything, so they're not monetized. They're not making any money off me, so they don't care what happens to my channel one way or the other. I'm not making them any money, so yeah, I know it's been doing it for a few. I'm glad to know that I'm not the only one that's happening to. All right, so that tells me it's a system problem. It's not a me computer problem. I'm glad to know that anyway. Yeah, we're gonna go to an hour. We got like 6 minutes yet, and we'll do some. If you guys are looking for stuff, you know, you hold off on your purchases for the year. There are some great deals to be had. See that Black Friday thing there? There are sales all over the place. So, one thing I need to get, another one of these right here. That one looks like a good deal. So, there are some other ones I noticed in another magazine that are cheaper, but you pay for what you get, man. That one is about $300 cheaper than the one I got a couple years ago. So that might be a pretty good deal. We will see. We will see. Don't know how that's going to shake out. Yeah, most of you guys are using phones for streaming and stuff. You guys, it's not your phone, it's not my computer. So, oh shit. Did I turn that off? Yep, yeah. Well, wait a few minutes. I'll show you. I told you guys that we were putting up that beef trolley um, system for hanging beef and butchering beef on. I'll show you that here. I got it on my phone. I don't have it on the computer, so I can bring it up on my phone and give you a close up of it. I did that yesterday, day before yesterday, I think, on another stream. It's pretty much done now. So there you go. Yeah, now you're on. It's pretty much done now, so we can. I can show you. I got to put the hand controller on the cable because that was gone. I had an extra one though, and then I have to change the cord, the plug on the cord because it can either be a 110 or a 220, but I want it to be 220 because a lot more amperage hauling beef up. It's 110. I got another 110, and it works okay for deer, but I'm not real sure how it's going to work for um, real heavy beef. So I'll make it 220. That way I can plug it into my welder outlets or into my wherever. I have 2 stoves also. So we'll check and see. We'll check and see how that works. But all right, let me see if I can entertain you here for a little bit. Come on, pull her up. Okay. We'll do that one right there. I don't want to do that. I want to bring it down a little bit. Let's see if we can go sideways. That might be a little bit better. We can. There, that's the top of it. You see the winch up there and the I-beam that the rollers are on, and then the 2 uprights. Then there's a bar below it with 2 braces that come up. Those 2 braces and that bar to hang deer on. The I-beam up above is for the beef. So we can winch everything up, hang it, bring it down, go side to side from butchering room to the cooler. Let me show you that here for a second. Let's see if I can find a good picture of that. All right, there's a picture. You see the cooler right here. That's my 8x10. That's an 8x10 walk-in cooler. Over here, that table and that ladder will be moved. God dog it. Will be moved, and then the beef, it goes all the way up to that I-beam. And you see my rafters up there, and everything is welded to those rafters and braced on there. And then right over here, that's the roof to my butchering room. So there's an upstairs up there also. And then there are 2 braces that go from the uprights over to there, flat iron, that go from there to there, and it's braced up there also. Let's see if I can find another picture. All right, well, there's Brother Brian up there welding on the top of that. Let me see if I can find one that's more. Yeah, that one right there shows you kind of how big that is. See that roof up there where those white barrels are? That's a 8-foot roof. So that's steel that goes across, and then steel that goes down, and then wood in there also. So, and that's all covered by tin. And it's also foam insulation. Let me see. There's the entrance to the butchering room. The ladder that goes upstairs is right over there by the blue barrels and those black bags that are hanging there. That's one of the uprights. So that's how close And you see the yellow up there? That's how close over the we're going to get to the butchering room door, and that rolls all the way over to that walk-in cooler that you saw. I don't know if I can show you that. That's not it. Yeah, so you're looking at 25 to 30 feet from the butchering room door over to that walk-in cooler. So that I-beam extends that far now, so we can roll that beef back and forth. That ain't one. Don't want that one. Don't want that one. Don't want that one. You see right over here is the edge of the cooler. That one doesn't show up real good on there. There you go. Right over here is the edge of the cooler. And you see right over here is the butchering room door. So you see the upright there. You see the upright over by the cooler. And then that I-beam up above, and you can see the winch up there. Right up there. So that goes all the way over the cooler, all the way over to the butcher room door. So we don't have far to carry quarters or shoulders or legs or whatever. But yeah, that's what we've been doing. See, the uprights, I had 5 pieces of steel, 6x6 steel tube, and they were used in a building we took down for shelves and stuff for whatever. And there are angle irons and stuff that we cut off, but all that had to be cut off and sanded down, ground down, and then 2 of those had to be welded together to form one upright. So that's how I took 4 of those pieces to weld those 2 uprights. I have 1 of those pieces left yet, but I don't know what I'm gonna do with that. Anyway, those are my uprights, and then we augered down into the ground about 5 foot and put I don't know, about a 15-inch hole, 5 foot deep, 4 foot deep, and then we put concrete in there. And then the uprights are bolted into the concrete and welded at the top to the rafters up above, that steel up there, and then also braced horizontally over to the top of the butchering room. So it should be pretty solid. I say, you sure that's going to hold a beef? My brother says, I worked for this company for 25, 28 years or whatever. He said, I was in maintenance. He said, you think this is the first one I put up? We had to do that at this company because it was a chemical slash, a farm related business. I don't want to name the business. Anyway, he said, you think this is the first one I put up to move material from one place to another? He said, no, it's not. He said, I put up longer ones than this. Okay. And that'll support more weight. I said, okay, very good. Trust you. We should probably load test this before we put a beef up on there and have it fall over. So how do you want to do that? We get that winch working, and it's only a 1-ton winch, so or a ton and a half. We can put something on there and haul it up and down and see if it's going to hold. Roll stuff back and forth. Yep, okay, we can do that. So we're done welding now. I got to do the electrical work, and then it's time to load test it after that. All right, that's what we got, man. That's what I've been doing. Other than, I'll probably take some more pictures out there. I've been splitting wood too, but pile's getting down there, man. My pile's getting down there. I'm done, just about done with maple. I got ash all done. I got the cottonwood on one end of the pile all done of my oak pile. See, I call my oak pile my pile. I had a whole bunch of cottonwood on one end. I got that done. A bunch of cottonwood on the other end. That's just about done. And there was maple on that one end. I got that just about done. I think all I got left is actually cottonwood down there. I don't think I have any maple left. And as the ash is done, the maple done, I got a little cottonwood left. Then I can start working on that oak. But that oak will last for years, just laying there as a log. So I'm not really worried about that. The softwood, like the maple and the cottonwood, had to get done because even some of that was rotten. But it's been sitting there for 4 or 5 years now. So finally getting that done. And I had a year and a half there that I was laid up with surgery, so I couldn't do it. But now I can, so it's getting done. Just about done, man. I'll take I think I had pictures of the shed that I put wood in. It's full. I can't get any more wood in there, actually. I could, but it would take some doing. Huh. I don't see that, but November, December, September, October. What the hell? Why is that? Oh, no, because the month isn't over yet. That's why it did that. Well, I don't know. I'm not going to be looking through there and trying to find that wood. I do have a couple of pictures. If not, I'll take a couple. But now it's time to put everything away for the winter. The mowers, the rototillers, get all the snow stuff out. Shovels and ice chippers and all that stuff. Get the stuff ready for firing up the wood stove outside. I haven't done that yet because I didn't want to fire up the wood stove until I knew it was going to stay cold. I don't want to have the outside wood burner going if it's going to get down to 32 and then back up to 60 the next day. I don't want to do that, or next week. So waiting for it to stay cold, then I'm going to start up the wood burner. Until then, we'll burn LP. At times, PETA, we get a lot of snow. I was back in 78. We had one snowstorm that dumped multiple feet of snow. We actually had, if you were driving down a gravel road, and the snow plow went through, couldn't get a plow through, so you had to have a snow blower on the front of the truck. And it gave you one lane of traffic width through that snow that was twice as high as your pickup truck or car. So if two cars met on that road, one had to back up because you couldn't pass each other. You couldn't get over far enough. You had to go. It was bad. It was a hellacious snowstorm. Look up snowstorms in north central Iowa, and you'll see. There was one when I was a kid too. The snow drifts were as high as our garage, the roof of our garage. That's 8 foot. And then we had to go out and dig a trench around the fence out in our cattle lot, pig lot. Had to dig a trench around the inside of the fence because the pigs were walking over the snowdrifts. The fence, you couldn't even see the fence. The fence was buried. And that's 3 foot high. That would have been 3.5, 4 foot high. And so we had to dig a trench all the way around. So, the pigs would look at that trench. It's only that wide and go, oh, we can't step across that. And that's what we were doing for days. There's been 2 or 3 in my lifetime, big, humongous snowstorms. Normally we get a foot of snow, 1.5 foot. It melts and goes. but I'll have to clean out the yard so my wife can get out, go to work, or we can get out and go wherever we got to go. I'll have to clean out the yard with either the tractor or the skid loader bucket, and it'll take me 4 or 5 hours to clean the yard out so we can get out, you know. And then it doesn't help if the snowplow hasn't gone down the road because we get enough snow and wind. There's enough, there's 1.5 feet of snow on the road. You're not going to get through it. Sometimes I can get through it with pickup, 4-wheel drive pickup, but with my wife's car, no. Even with an all-wheel drive car, because it sets so low to the ground, you're not going to get through it. So, yeah, we get enough snow here. The last couple winters have been fairly mild. Haven't had to clean the yard, but maybe 2 or 3 times in the winter. But I'm telling you, it can get bad. There was one time we had a snowstorm where we couldn't get out for 2 weeks. The plow couldn't get on the road. We had ice with it, so the electricity was out. So I did what I normally do: start up the generator, backfeed it into my 220 welder outlet, turn off the switch there at the yard pole where the electricity comes in from the road. Switch that off so you're not backfeeding up into the line, and then go out to each individual building in the house and turn on which breakers you want on, and turn off the rest of them. You don't need the lights. You need the furnace to run because LP furnace, so you need LP to blow the heat, and you need your freezers and refrigerators to be running. So that's generally what it runs: is fans on furnaces, refrigerators and freezers. You can burn candles to for light, or oil lanterns. And to cook, I have 2 small propane fuel stoves that we cooked on. So I didn't have to turn on the heating elements on either the microwave or the stove, because they're both electricity, and heating elements are what takes up most of the electricity amperage. So, and then we have an old percolator coffee pot you can put on that Coleman propane stove and make your coffee that way instead of having to turn on the heating element and the coffee pot. Because electrical heating elements and refrigerators and freezers that kick on and off, they take the most juice. And then incandescent lights, old incandescent lights, if you have fluorescents or you have the diode ones, take a lot less electricity. So you can have a lot of light and not take up a lot of amperage. You have to figure everything by amperage. The biggest thing that would take amperage would be my refrigerators and freezers, because I have 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 4 chest freezers plugged in. 4. I have 1, 2, 3 refrigerators and freezers on them plugged in. Those have to stay plugged in. And if we really got down to it, we could probably consolidate 4 of those freezers into 3, but that's it. That would be it. 1 refrigerator and freezer I could turn off and consolidate that into the other 2. And that's kind of what you have to look at when you're looking at no electricity, if you're using a generator. And then you have to make sure you have enough gas to run your generator. There are LP generators, there are diesel generators, there are gas generators. I have a small 5,000 watt, 6,000 watt generator, gas generator. I would like to have a bigger LP generator. I would like to have a slightly bigger, like a 9,000 watt LP generator that would run off LP gas. That would be great, but they're expensive. Probably a better solution would be to have solar set up and a bank of batteries. But yeah, that's what it is. Also, who's got snow already? Who's got snow already? Oh, hi, Dandy Dave. I didn't see you. And freaking awesome. I didn't see either one of you. Happy Thanksgiving to both of you. Freaking awesome. Where do you live? I'm trying to think. And, because I know a lot of people live in Texas, California. Some of you guys live in North Dakota, South Dakota, Minnesota, Idaho, Oregon, Oregon, not Washington. Yeah, they're right, freaking awesome. Yeah, it gets messy. It starts to melt, and then you have slush, and then the slush will freeze, and you got ruts, and oh yeah, it's real fun. The snowman piles, the snow piles I have are where it's in my front yard where I push snow out of the driveway, or in the pasture back by the other shed where I push snow, so I can get in the sheds and the wood burner. Those are my snow piles, generally about 8-9 foot tall, uh, 50, 20 foot wide at the base. Those are my snow piles. If you want to make snowmen, feel free, come on out. Oh yeah, that's right. Yes, remember the Alamo. Alamo made the Bowie knife famous. I should say the Bowie style knife, but it did make Dave Bowie famous. And Santa Ana and Davy Crockett and some of the other folks that were there. Yeah. Hey, Angry, look what I got, man. Look what I got. I got an A10. Yeah, buddy. Block out the sun. There we go. Oh, look, block out the sun. There, block out the sun. God damn it. Yeah, that sun coming in that south window really does hurt. Look at that bad boy. Yeah. Yeah, buddy. How many is that I got from you now? 4 or 5? Oh, 4 or 5. I'm not sure. But yeah, one of the neat things I got today was this sticker right here. Oh, upside down. Of course, always upside down. That's the new sticker. I had. Oh, shit. Lost it. I had the old sticker. I have plenty of these. Get them with everything. But I didn't have this new one. Uh-oh, my wife is doing stuff. I didn't have, she turned on the lights. I didn't think I needed it. I didn't have this sticker. That's the first one of those I got. And then I got this one in my pile of stuff too. Didn't have this sticker. So kind of glad I got those. And then, you know, my monthly purchase that they send every month to me. Yes, they're Maple Leafs, if you can't tell. Got that handsome gentleman on there. Those are 2024s. I get one a month. They send them every 3 months. Comes right out of my checking account. Don't care. It's one of my normal bills. That's how I buy it. That's one of my normal bills. And then when I every 3 months they send to me, and every once in a while I'll change from Maple Leafs, and then I'll change to ASEs, or I'll change to Britannias. Those are the normal 3 that I get. Or MMX has their own 1/10 ounce round. What's it called? Lady Liberty. I'll get those because those are cheaper. So when I get enough Eagles, or when I get enough Britannias, or when I get enough Maples, then I'll get the cheaper ones. But I think I have still, I think I have 35 Lady Liberties. And I got to count the Maples and ASEs I got and Britannias, but I would like to have one full tube of each of those. And then Lady Liberties, I'll just, because gold is gold, and they'll maybe those 1/10 ASEs and Maples will bring a little bit more premium, but probably not enough to warrant the cost of them. So one tube of those is enough, and then Lady Liberties after that, because then it'll be just melt price. So if I get 1/10 ounce a month for 12 months, how many is that? That's 12 tenths. So that's 1 ounce and 2 tenths every year. Besides what I would buy at auction or whatever, or win. I never usually win gold. If you win gold, it's a half a gram or a gram. There are some bank races that will do 10th ounce, but then you're just, you're taking your chances again. I would rather just have it taken out of my check every month, or have it taken out of my bank account every month, and that's a normal bill that I pay every month. So I like it. All right. I said we're going to stop at an hour, and then all you guys came in. Yes, angry. My package came in. I got airplane. I am happy. Yes, blue hair ladies. We have people in the city of Osage, and it's not a very big city. You're talking what, 7,000-8,000 people, I suppose, and 3 traffic lights. And actually, they only need 1 traffic light, but that's just the way it is. And there are people there that shouldn't be driving. They only drive in town from their home up to the store and back, or to the hardware store. They shouldn't be driving in all actuality, but they do. So you got to watch out for everybody. Go check the mail, freaking in, see what you got, man. Kiwi's in. What's up, man? I had to leave last night. I was so tired. Oh man. I didn't go to bed till 3, didn't get up till 11 this morning. Yeah. All right. We're going to, we got 4 minutes left. And then I'm cutting it. I'm cutting it. I got to go out to the shed. I got to see my cat. I got to let it out. I got to go try and start that wood splitter and haul it out of here if I can. I got a concert I want to go to tonight. It's a reunion concert for a band that one of my friends, she's the lead singer, and they broke up. She's in another band now called The Rocking Dead. Her previous band was called Highway 9. They're getting back together tonight for a reunion concert over in Clear Lake at the Surfside Bar or Surf's Up Bar. They're going to do a 3-hour concert over there, so I want to go. I want to go check them out. I want to go see my buddy, her buddy, her husband, and he's a sound guy for the old band Highway 9. I think he's doing sound for the new band, The Rockin' Dead. And The Rockin' Dead played their first concert over at a casino in Dubuque, Iowa. And that's a 3-hour drive for me, so, or 2.5. So I wasn't going to go over there for that. But if they get closer, I'll go see them. But ready to get the weekend going. Good deal. Yeah, man, I was getting tired, dude. Holy shit. I had to go and do it. Pinch it off, Mrs. Coin Crew. Now you come in. Now you come in and tell me to pinch it off. Where were you for the last hour? Or were you just listening? You've been lurking. I kind of thought so. You like to do that. Work and listen. Well, I don't know how much I can tell you guys about, prepping and because you got your own ideas, but just remember, there are 3 things you need to live. You have to have them. You have to have water and you have to have food. Both of those. You need shelter before food. So you need water first. You need shelter, or shelter first and then water. It depends. If you know you can get water and that's no problem, then shelter first, then the water, then food. And then think about the other stuff. That's just pure survival there. But you have to think about whether you're going to shelter in place or you're going to bug out. You got your bug out bags ready with everything you need in there. And if you shelter in place, you have a way to defend what you have. Just, you got to think about everything and then what all of that entails. So I really, you can't go into it much deeper other than security, self-defense, and forming a community. And then once people start to band back together, what to look for in people and motivations, and it just, you got to be able to read people. I'm not good at it, so I'd have to have somebody do that for me. Other stuff I'm good at. I'm not good at that. So that's what it is, man. Yeah, I'm gonna be eating a crap load of food too. That's why I'm kind of starving myself today. I ate yesterday. I ate my one meal yesterday when I came in. I made a couple of deer hamburgers, sourdough buns. Yeah, it was good. I fried onions and put them on there. Pickle relish and I left the tomatoes because my wife wanted to use what was left of the tomatoes for a fresh salsa today, so I didn't have any tomatoes on there, but cooked onions and we had mayo and mustard and ketchup and relish and the onions, and deer burger was good. And I still wasn't full. I wasn't satisfied, so I warmed up the leftover mac and cheese I had. I just had a small bowl of mac and cheese. But when I make mac and cheese, I brown hamburger and I throw hamburger in there. Mostly deer burger. I throw deer burger in there because I like deer. Not that I don't like beef. I just got more deer than beef. Beef costs me. Deer doesn't cost me. So there you go. Yeah, I know, crap load of food. Turkey, ham. Just once I'd like to do Thanksgiving without turkey and ham. I would like to do it with something else. Pizza, spaghetti, masticholi, ravioli, or Mexican. We do tacos, burritos, enchiladas, and kind of do a theme to Thanksgiving as far as food goes. Oh man, we have turkey and ham for both. Turkey for Thanksgiving and ham for Christmas. You know, they used to do a goose for Christmas. That was way back when. Used to do a goose for Christmas. Breakfast bar would be kind of cool. You know, a taco bar would be cool. I don't know. We'll have to think about that and do that one of these years. I think that would be kind of neat too. And then with the taco bar, you got fresh salsa and chips and, you know, because you got a lot of flour tortillas, you got corn tortillas. Oh man, yeah, I could see that being done. I don't know. What does everybody else have for Thanksgiving? Generally, turkey, yes. Um, Sometimes we have ham. My wife's going to make a salsa. So it's kind of a hodgepodge, basically. But always good. Potatoes, yes. Got to have potatoes. I don't know. You could always do rice instead of potatoes. You could put gravy on rice. I don't see why not. Turkey gravy on rice? Yes. You know what's good with ham and turkey both? Cranberries. Not the round in the can cranberries, but real cranberries. Make a sauce out of it. Yeah. Real cranberries. Ever since I went to Wisconsin and had real cranberry sauce at my cousin's up there, I never did like canned cranberries because it's just odd to me. My mother would take it out of the can and slice it, and then you would get a slice on your plate. Yeah, it's okay tasting, but it just looked odd to me. Very odd. Oh, yeah, my wife handed me a note. Said we had snapping turtle back in Thanksgiving of 2001, 2002. We did do snapping turtle. But see, that's what I mean. Do stuff that other people don't do. Um, the breakfast bar is a good idea. I'd like to do a Mexican, like a taco bar, or an Italian thing. Let's just say pizza and spaghetti. You could do both. Easy to do. You can order the pizza, go pick it up. Um, you keep it in the oven warm if you wanted to. Make the spaghetti quick and easy. Spaghetti sauce. Yeah, that could be done. Garlic bread. Yeah. You can do that, man. That would be good. Turkey and dumpling soup with leftover. Yeah, and pea soup with leftover ham. Yep, yep. I like a good pea soup. Kevin Moore is in here? Where'd Kevin? I didn't see him coming. There he is. Way down there. Okay. Yeah, having different stuff for Thanksgiving is a good idea. Other than just a traditional turkey. Yes, turkey is good, and we'll buy turkey. But when I went out and hunted turkeys, we had plenty of wild turkey in the freezer, so we didn't have to buy any. And that's one thing about turtle, you don't have to buy them. In the springtime, you go out and set lines for them. Sometimes in the spring, you'll find them crossing the road, and if you got a good enough one, you take them home, throw them in a tank, let them out, lay their eggs, or wait till they lay their eggs, and then pick them up. If I see a turtle crossing the road, I always go over to see if they got a nest or already buried. If they already got a nest buried, they're going back. If they're going over, they don't have a nest yet, you just let them go. Let them go, build a nest, lay the eggs, cover it up, and then when they're going back, then pick them up. That's the way to do it. Well, see, Mrs. Coin Crew, all you got to do is get a turkey tag, unlicensed turkey tag, and shoot one in your yard. I'm sure you live in town, okay? So a 22 rifle with a short, 22 short, nobody will hear it. It's kind of like shooting a air gun. Hit them in the head, kill your turkey. There you go. You got your turkey for the year. Do you live in town, in an actual city, a town, or do you live kind of like in the burbs outside of town? I live in a township too, but I'm in the country. I'm 11 miles from the closest town, so I can shoot one in my yard if I want. There you go. Well, you can go out, sit in the trees, and shoot one with a shotgun. Nobody will care. But yeah, a 22 rifle, 22 long rifle, or a 22 mag. Uh, if you put one through their lungs, don't hit them right in the meaty part of the breast, but up towards the back. You'll kill them, and they'll die within 4 feet. If you hit them in the head, they'll die sooner. You just got to know where to shoot on a wild turkey. You shoot them in the lungs, right up close to their back, up close to their backbone. And if you don't break their backbone, you'll take out their lungs and they'll die right away. So you're up above the meaty part of the breast. Say the meaty part of the breast right here, and this is the meaty part of the breast down here. Oh, we got a hair. Look at that. The meaty part of the breast is down here, but the backbone is up here, and this is where the lungs are at, up in here, along the backbone, up toward the neck, right in there, right up above that wing. Get them in there. Don't hit them in the wing bone, though, because you won't kill them there. You got to miss the wing bone, the shoulder bone, and get them in the lungs. Works wonderfully. Shot a few of them like that. Oh, no. I've heard of a guy shooting a few like that. I didn't do it. But yeah, you could. You could get your own turkey if you wanted to, Mrs. Cointree. Be very easy. You know, it'd be a nice day in the woods. You go out there with your gun, you sit in your camouflage, you sit down by a tree, you make some turkey sounds, maybe put out one decoy, and here comes that old Tom. He's looking for that hen. When he's preoccupied with that hen in the right position, you shoot him. You don't even really need the decoy, but you got to be able to make a turkey sound like a hen. And they make little hand calls, little box calls you could do that with. Little screechers. I have plenty of box calls. I actually like to collect a few that are made by an older gentleman. I have a couple of favorites. I do have a couple of favorites. Old gentleman in Washington, Iowa, handmade several. Made this one. And it's signed in the bottom. It's got his name. It was George Murphy. And this is number 96. This is one of my favorites here. One of my favorite calls right there. I like that one. And then this one was another one of George's right here. This number 56. Let's see. Look at the bodies on these and how the paddles are shaped. This one right here is my favorite. This one right here was made to take a rubber band from here to here, from there to there. But I don't use rubber bands. So it goes from right there up to the lid, right down to there. I don't use rubber bands. So I use a mouth call, diaphragm call a lot when they're closer. When they're further away, then I use a box call. Or when I'm trying to locate turkeys, I use a box call because they're louder. And then I'll use a diaphragm call in my mouth when they're close. But yet, that's all you have to do is make that sound. That's it. You don't have to any putts and purrs and just yelps. That's all you got to do. Or a feeding purr. When turkeys are feeding, they purr. That's, it's not a big deal if you can make a turkey sound, or if you know where they're roosting in the trees at night and where they fly down to in the morning, you can set up yourself to where they're strutting in the morning because they go over there and they strut. Try to impress females. So they go over there and strut. If you know where they fly down to and go over and strut, then you just set yourself there in ambush. Or if you know which tree they're going to roost in at night, they got a regular roost tree. And you can tell that by looking at the droppings underneath the tree. Droppings, I mean the shit piles underneath the tree. You can tell where they roost regularly. Every night they're going to go back there, fly up into the tree and roost. So you can just sit there and shoot one when they come back in. Call an ambush for a reason. You can do that. All right. We are done. We are done for the evening. Kevin Moore's and John Wolf is in. Mrs. Coin Crew, Apita. We had Angry Warrior in. We had Freaking Awesome. We had Gremlin in. Man, we had everybody in today. And I'm glad. I'm glad you guys are here today. I'm glad you're getting ready for tomorrow and going to have a great day. Kiwi, I'm glad you made it in. But I think I'm going to shut her down. I got to go up to the shed and let my cat out. So I'm going to say goodbye for right now. Have a great Thanksgiving, you guys. We'll see ya.